Hello and welcome back to another Mark's Mondays. This one is going to be a bit of a rant and half. The weather is really nice here, beautiful colours, and I'll just show you where we are in a second. Can I just say, please take the time to like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Back in 2020, the councils and government used the COVID virus as an excuse to stop us using our motorhomes and campervans. Today, the resentment and hatred created is still being experienced by motorhome users throughout the UK. Newspapers and councils are encouraging people to hate motorhomers. The countryside belongs to us all, and we should not be made to pay to go and enjoy it. I think it's about time that we made a stand and started complaining back to the MPs and councils. Being parked in the middle of nowhere is causing no harm to anyone. I'm going to continue my rant about Scotland and Skye and some of the issues up there. Right, so there's been a lot of people saying that the campervans don't spend money up in Skye. I've got to keep looking down because I'm on this really narrow path. So yeah, a lot of people from a lot of the locals in Skye and Scotland are saying campervans don't spend a lot of money. Well, I'll dispute that, because when I was there, I bought all my shopping, I bought all the alcohol, didn't really visit the pubs, didn't really visit the campsites because I didn't need to visit the campsites, and that's part of the issue that I have with people wanting to force us to use the campsites. I don't want to use the campsites. I'd rather be parked up somewhere away from the campsites. I don't need the facilities in the campsites. My van is totally self-contained, and I can live for 2, 3, 4, 6 months totally off grid without seeing another person. So why would I need a campsite? A lot of the vans that I see who are abusing the locals and parking up in stupid places and causing aggravation, dumping rubbish, are not sensible motorhome owners and users. These people are people that have hired vans from hire companies and haven't got a clue about what they're doing. So, and I'll show you a couple of pictures that I've picked up from the press to say this is what's going on, or to support my idea of what's going on up in the islands. So yeah, I think in recent times the NC 500 has become a tourism tick box. It's not really motorhomers and van lifers as an whole. It just seems to be people who in the COVID times have got the idea that they'll go do the NC 500 because that's what was made popular at the time. Scotland is a vast country, and there's more to Scotland than the NC 500. There's better places to visit than the NC 500. I mean, this little walk that I'm doing now, I'd say is on par with anything that I've seen in Scotland, to be honest. It is absolutely lovely. And we're in North Wales, by the way. There's a Great Orme, I think it's Great Orme. So now one thing I want to point out is that it was the councils and the locals that wanted to introduce tourism to Scotland. They wanted people to come. The NC 500 was pretty much popularised by the council themselves, trying to encourage tourism into the islands, and it's a very few number of locals that don't want it, which I can understand. I wouldn't want thousands of people in campervans mocking to my village and parking up and being a pain, so I can understand that, and it's up to the responsible campervan community to not become a pain, to park out the way, to park in places away from the towns, away from people. Oh yeah, it was social media, news and councils during the lockdowns. Well, the lockdowns are over. This is when the old attitude of people shouldn't be parking their camper vans up. They shouldn't be parked there. It was because of the government and their stupid mentality of you've got to wear a mask, you've got to be jabbed. All this crap that they put across to people. And the hatred you get, like in Scotland, from locals about vanlifers. They are told that we are freeloaders because we're not paying tax. We're not freeloaders. We pay our tax in vehicle tax, we pay our insurance. And I'll tell you something else for nothing. I'm not a freeloader. As I say, I was born in East London. I've worked here all my life. I've paid my taxes, I've paid my national insurance. It's people that come into the country on a boat, land on the shores, get given somewhere to live, be put up in an hotel, get given benefits. I can't even claim benefit. I get nothing from the state. So it's these people that come into the country that have not even worked, don't even support the Christian religion of what should be British people. They come to the country, take what they're given, and yet I would do the same. If I could go to Spain or France and get given an income, live in my van, park up where I like, I'll be given an hotel to live in, I'd go and do it. I'd bite their hand off for it. And I can see why these people come from their countries, war-torn countries, come to England, because we are a state that gives to refugees. But me, myself, somebody that grew up in this country, born and bred, get nothing from you, nothing from the government. And that is why I am so, everyone's, a particular person, Connie, turned around and said, I'm so anti-government, I'm so anti-council. Can you see why now, after spending 50 years in England, over 50 years should I say, in England, paying my taxes and get nothing back from the council or governments? Not only that, I don't want much from them. All I want is a place to park. That's all I'm asking for, is to have a right to park my vehicle, to own a vehicle, and to park it without aggravation from people. And it's the councils themselves that are telling, or the people's mentality, that I'm a freeloader. Well, to be honest, fuck you if you think I'm a freeloader. And I don't see how you can label me as one. So this goes for the guys down at Morecambe, people up in Scotland, everywhere basically. You say that I'm a motorhomer and I don't spend money in your area. Well, how do you know? I don't take my camper van into the shops with me. I normally park my van outside the town centre, away from the cars, away from the public view. So I'd park it outside town and I'd walk in. And I think that's what a lot of people do. The vans are too big to go into town centres, so we don't park them in the town centres. We don't come advertising that, here you go, I'm a motorhomer. I don't walk into the shop and say, hello, I'm a motorhomer, I'm going to buy my shopping from your shop. You're completely unrealistic. How would you know whether someone buys shopping in your town or not? Right, so I'm back at the van now. I'll turn the camera around and show you where we are. And that's my rant over, I guess, for Mark's Mondays. Yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you like the content. And this one's been a little bit controversial. I've said what I've wanted to say, and that's what you're going to get from me. I think people that know me know that I won't mince my words. I'm not going to not say what's on my mind. So this is where we're parked anyway. And you can see there the funny Welsh language, which I wish I knew what it said, and I would tell you where we are if I could read that, but I can't. So that's where we are.